It's been almost 5 years since we've seen Pokemon card prices this low. So today, I got a list of the top 10 Sword and Shield Pokemon cards that I think are great investments. We're going to go through that. We're also going to talk about investing in singles compared to sealed boxes. And I also have a few honorable mentions because there was honestly so many great Pokemon cards. I could have made a list of 50. But we're going to start off with number 10. That is the Mewtwo V alternate art from Pokemon Go. I think down the road, Pokemon Go will be... it'll do a little bit better just for nostalgic reasons of the game. And in my opinion, the Mewtwo V is the best card in the entire set. This card was over $100 once, way back in the day. As you can see, it's on its way down, and I don't think it'll get too much cheaper. The prices are crazy, you know, 15, 16 bucks near mint. And I love this card. It's very realistic. I like that it actually has the Pokemon Go stamp. Like I said, down the road, I think it'll be a little more nostalgic for people, especially ones that played the game. So that's number 10. Number 9. We got the Pikachu V Max from Lost Origin. In my opinion, this is probably the best V Max Trainer Gallery card. I think it is the top 3, one of the most expensive ones. And as you can see, it's the cheapest it's ever been. It's 53 bucks. All the way down to $30. I think it might get down to $25. But yeah, it's all about $30 right here, 30 to 32. Such an awesome card. And I really think this will be a sought after Pikachu down the road. And if you think about it, you're basically getting the best Trainer Gallery card. It's between this one, the Rayquaza, and the Umbreon, all 3 VMAXs. All 3 about the same price. But the Pikachu is the only one that's really, you know, gone down steadily and is kind of leveling out. The other ones keep going up and down. It's just crazy prices for them. So I think the Pikachu VMAX is a solid pickup. All right, next on the list. I've said this one many times. This art is awesome. It's so unique. But it's the Pelia. And look at these prices. Now, I've been saying this for a while. These cards are extremely underrated, and they're going to have a boom very soon, which it looks like they already almost started to have. 30 bucks. All the way down to $22. Looks like you can get one for about, yeah, 32 bucks. And I think it's going to keep going up. I think it's going to go all the way up to $50 again, $60 again. The card is so unique, and Astral Radiance is a solid set. So, next on the list, the next best card in Astral Radiance, which, in my opinion, this one's a little bit better, a little more appealing to the eyes. And this card has not had its dip up yet. So as you can see, it's going down, 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 down. $23, $25. Looks like you can get it for about 25 bucks. So just like we've seen with the Pelia, I think this one's going to start going up. So I would buy this one right now. Beautiful card. And I believe it's got a really good artist. Yeah, Arita. It's got one of the best artists ever in Pokemon to do the card. So do not sleep on that one. That one is urgent. All right, number 6. Special Delivery Charizard. This card, very unique. It's got Charizard and Pikachu, and it's relatively affordable. It was all the way up at $50 there. Dipped down to $32. And now it's in its mid-30s. Looks like 31, 37, so probably throwing 35 bucks. Honestly, solid pickup. Pretty cool card. Believe it comes sealed, so try to get it sealed if you can. Just something unique and special for Sword and Shield. And you guys might be thinking, can you really invest in modern Pokemon cards and make money? I honestly believe you can. If you buy these cards when they're at their absolute lowest, you're almost guaranteed to make money. And cards sell 10 times faster than boxes and packs. there's way more cards than everything else, and they're cheaper. So the price point is great, so everybody can afford cards. So I strongly suggest, if you want to invest in Pokemon, to spread it out, get some sealed boxes, get some single cards, because it makes a difference and you never really know what's going to pop off. But I really enjoy this card. I think I'm going to order myself one of these. I do not have it. It's unique. Plus my wife really likes it too, so. Alright, next on the list, and I guarantee you this card is not on anybody else's list. The Kangas Kong Darkness Ablaze staff card. Now I know it's Darkness Ablaze, not the most popular set. This is actually one of the cheaper staff cards there is. But I think that it's of Kangas Kong, a nice Gen 1 Pokemon, and a pretty good entry to get into staff cards. And the price is all the way up to $65, dipped down to $52 and is leveling out. It was at $40. All the staff cards were pretty cheap, but they're on the rise. So I think people are finally starting to collect them because they're finally realizing how rare they actually are. And I strongly think this will be a $100 card down the road. I believe all the staff cards will be about $100. Well, depending on the art, of course. But 55, 60 bucks. I've seen these sell on eBay recently for like 40, 45. So definitely check eBay. But I just like it, and it's something unique, you know? And it's, you know, a little more rare, which is what we like in Pokemon. But I really think they're just going to keep going up and up and up. Alright, number 4. The Rayquaza V alternate art from Evolving Skies. In my opinion, this art blows the VMAX out of the water. I just love everything about the card. You could get rid of the trainer, in my opinion, but makes it feel kind of like a trainer gallery. But that art is next level. This card was all the way up to $95, coming all the way down, dipped down to 70 bucks, and it's on its way up, leveling out at 75. Looks like you can get it for about $70, $75. Don't think this card will get much cheaper. And like I said, I think this is one of the best arts in all of Evolving Skies. And two, when you're buying your singles, you always got to remember, expect to grade it. Even if you may never grade it, just buy the card like you're going to grade it. That's how hardcore, especially with these little more expensive cards. Take your time, go on eBay. You can use the zoom in thing, check every little corner, the centering. So that's how I try to buy my singles, even though I don't really grade too much. But buy those singles like you're going to get them graded, even if you don't. Especially cards like this Rayquaza and stuff. Because if you do get it, and it is minty, you can't find a flaw, you might as well grade it. And it'll be worth a ton more. Alright, next on the list. This is honestly probably one of my favorite pickups on the list. One of the rarest Pikachu cards ever made. Very expensive card and so ridiculously hard to pull. We opened so many Vivid Voltage packs back when Amazing Rares were worth 30 bucks, 35 bucks. And you could actually make your money back. Look at this, all the way up at 170. All the way down to 106. Looks like it dipped down to $96. So it was below $100. Yeah, it looks like 100 bucks right now and get yourself the Rainbow Pikachu VMAX. I don't think it'll get much cheaper than that, and I think that is a great price point to get this thing. It's a beautiful card, and we know the pull rates are insane. Alright, next on the list, we got the Charizard V alternate art. The best Charizard that came out in all Sword and Shield. It's not even a comparison. And this card was $186, dipped all the way down to $103, $120, and it looks like it's on its way down a little bit more. Looks like you can pick it up for about $115. I would keep an eye on it. I think it'll settle at about 100. But this card is beautiful. I do have this card in person, and just having the Venusaur in there and they're fighting This card is super underrated because of the old Charizard's overrated. Everybody, you know, hates Charizard now, kind of, but I still enjoy Charizard. It's okay to like Charizard, guys. Totally fine. And for $100 to get one of the best Charizard cards ever printed, in my opinion, steal. Absolute steal. And I'm actually pretty happy to see this thing come down a little bit so everybody can get it, because the art is insane. All right, number one on the list, we got the Lugia. Now this card in person is absolutely beautiful. The green in it, the blue in it, it all pops so good. And this card was so expensive, $200. I think it was even a little more than that. All the way down. I also do have this card, and like I said, in person, the pictures do not do justice. 126, 120. I think it's leveling out about $120. Honestly, not a bad price. I think it may go down a little bit more. This is one of those cards you kind of got to look out for because it could start ticking up real quick. But I think it'll settle about 100, 110. And I definitely recommend picking this up. It's one of the best cards from the Sword and Shield era. But that was the most expensive card on the list. I went from cheaper to most expensive. And I think all of these cards are great investments, will do very good long term, and in my opinion, they're grails. You know, they're grails of the Sword and Shield era. Some are completely underrated right now. Some people don't even know about. And there may be a couple that people might think is a little overrated, but they're at such a good price that it's worth it. We do have a few honorable mentions. The Pikachu from the Lost Origins Trainer Gallery. This is the V. We had the VMAX on the list. This is another great one to pick up. Also, I believe the Black and Gold Pikachu VMAX card, which matches the Rainbow, is like $6. I know the pull rates are pretty easy for it, but definitely pick that one up too. Just imagine if you went on this list and you picked up the Rainbow Pikachu, the Trainer Gallery V and VMAX, and got the Gold V Max. You basically got every good Pikachu for that entire era, and it wasn't super expensive. But this card was up at $34, dipped down, went back up, dipped down, went back up, and is now leveled out at about $20. Looks like you can pick it up for about 19 bucks. Honestly, great price, such a good card. One of the better looking arts for Pikachu, where it's like, I have no complaints about his stance, his art. It looks like Pikachu, he's not too fat. It's perfect. Next, we got the Garian Articuno V, which in my opinion is the best looking bird of the three. For some reason, the Moltres is over $100 still, but the Garian Articuno V is just going down, 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 all the way down to $38, which is insane. The card is beautiful. I also have this one. Pictures don't do justice. Looks like it was all the way up at $52, and I remember it was $70, $80. I think it was over $100 even once. But for 40 bucks, it may go down a tiny bit more, but not much. Beautiful card. And to me, this is the best Galarian. I just feel like it looks still like Articuno, but different enough. I'm not a big fan of the Zapdos. The Moltres is pretty good too. But for that price, compared to the Moltres, is insane. Alright, this is the last one of the honorable mentions. This is the Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates. Now, this card, I know people aren't the biggest fans of VMAX, but for this price, this is not bad. This was a very, very expensive card. Now we can only go back so far. It's $100 there, dipped all the way down, went all the way down to $68. This is definitely a card to keep your eye on. I think it'll go down a little bit more, but not too much. And anytime you can get the absolute chase card for a set for $50, $60, $70 and it is a Charizard, that's a pretty good deal. I know right now it's like, who cares? There's so many Charizards. But down the road, you got to think, a 10-year-old kid who chased this Charizard and never pulled it, 10 years down the road when they have money and they want to go back and collect, this is one of the cards they're going to buy. So just because it wasn't your chase card doesn't mean it wasn't someone else's chase card. And Charizard is the most popular Pokemon, even if a lot of people don't like him. You can't deny it. And I honestly feel like this is a solid pickup. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know down below. I'd love to know. And let me know if you guys have any cards on this list. Let me know if someone has every card on this list. That would be crazy. That would be quite the haul. And you did very, very good for the Sword and Shield era. Well, it depends on when you bought the cards. Because I bought some alternate arts that are half the price now. That's why you always wait on singles. But alright, I want you guys to have a great day. See you later.